Greetings everyone, and Great here with another HPR's 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom left side is the blue Malians, we have 3D Cat. Spawn on the top side is yellow Delhi Sultanate, we have LucifroNN. I was supposed to try to minimize fast forward in the beginning part of the game, so I'm going to try that. I'm just going to do it ×2, since it's a little bit of the slower part of the game of where talking about what each composition would be like. Delhi Sultanate, they of course get free research, as well as able to deploy out, let's see, elephants, and let's see, Ghazi Riders, and not Gilans, that's the Abbasid dynasty, so Ghazi Raiders and the elephants. And that is their primary advantage, if I remember correctly. And spawn on the bottom and the bottom left side, Malians. They do, instead of free research, they get a lot of free gold. They have access to a lot of unique units. They're a bit more transferable than most other factions, with a unique spearman, a unique anti-archer unit, a unique anti-armor unit, a whole bunch of things that sort. So sort of say, let's see, archers are pretty much standard for both sides. They do have a bit of variations, such as poison arrows. Ghazi Raiders will be effective, but of course this opponent can't go for warrior scouts for hit and runs. He could put on some warrior scouts to steal some deer with professional scouts. Tower of Victory now being pulled out of the field, which will allow infantry build offense influence get opponent 20% increased attack speed. Pretty standard. I also can't remember what the other Delhi Sultanate landmark is. Got the Mansa Quarry. This is a pretty standard one. Gives you a selection either gold generation or free stone generation. The other is results in trade. It's not half bad to map for trade. You got good chunks of the sections of the map that are pretty well covered, so you get a lot of taxable income from the trade networks. But does of course have a bit of upstart cost, while the silver tree for the Mongols a little bit reduces the upstart cost. We do now have the warrior scout. There's some deer here. I believe that was him, not the yellow scout. It looks like Blue's going to either collect up some of the forest puppers. Yellow's of course collect these berries, gain out blacksmith in order to get out that early research. Now this guy's going any for military research at the moment just yet. We don't see a stable yet here either, so looks like both sides a bit of eco phase. So since neither side's deploying any sort of military units, let's fast forward a little bit faster. We do have cattle ranchers now being pulled on the field. He's really eyeing the push economy. His opponent is deploying out archers now, so it looks like the yellow's eyeing for a bit of aggression with the improved archers with the Tower of Victory. A regular scout does spot these archers being pulled on the field. Blue will need an eye for a deployment. There is a yellow scout here for spotting for yellow. We got a good number of these cows being pulled on the field. Maybe a little bit too heavy in these cattle ranches. He is collecting up these forest puppers here. A couple of deer got pushed out pretty far by his opponent. Single archer now advances forward. Not eyeing to get any additional units on the field. This will disrupt the food income for the time being. He does have some sheeple here to collect up. Probably a good idea to now transfer over to that for the time being. And now we do have wheelbarrow. He does not have professional scouts just yet. And more archers being pulled up a yellow. In fact, they're a little bit idle in some areas. We do have some of these scholars advance forward. Looks like he's eyeing to, yep, we've got both these sacred sites here. Look at the sacred site. It is very safe for yellow. He's eyeing to pull out the walls segments around these sacred sites, and he's eyeing to capture them nice and early. Blue's scout could engage the scholar. Of course, he will perhaps need to upgrade. Right now, scout for scout. Looks like yellow does get some free slashes there. The scout currently does 1 damage, not a warrior scout for improved damage. And now we do have the warrior scout being pulled on the field. Warrior scouts have no inherent pierce armor like horsemen, and they have no inherent bonus damage versus ranged. So they will get some of those bonuses in when they get up to veteran warrior scouts up in Castle Age, but not in Feudal Age. In Feudal Age, they are a very fast, high health regen unit, perfect for hit and runs. With proper Michael, you can keep them alive pretty easy, and they can have really high health regen, higher than Royal Knights Chivalry, like 2 per second in combat included, while Royal Knights have 1 per second only out of combat extended out of time. But now I do have a Ghazi Raider now pulled in the field. The Ghazi Raiders have equipped mace. They're a bit more effective. They're a soft counter towards man-at-arms. They do hit hard, but it's a bit slower. but they're also pretty expensive. While Warrior Scouts are pretty cheap, we do got a decent number of javelin throwers. They do have, they're specialized against, they're anti-archer, anti-range, but they have a lot of pierce armor, and they also do have decent range, and they do have decent attack damage. So they actually do put some decent holes into the Horsemen and the Ghazi Raiders due to their high inherent damage. For example, they have 8 damage with a 2.12 attack speed, while archers only have 6 damage, 5 tower range, and a 1.37 attack speed, so pretty fast rate attack speed. But of course, they can hit through the armor a little bit quicker, or a little bit better. Do now have the siege engineers being employed on the field. He is able to pull out walls without siege engineers, and we'll get these palisade walls up before around the sacred sites, no problem. Do got a Ghazi Raider just trying to camp this point. He will maintain a lot of free gold income thanks to those 2 sacred sites that gain 250 gold per minute, which is currently less, about half his opponent, but that is with no tasking. This is basically equivalent to 2 mining pits fully built out with housing and mining structures, mining drop points. Guys, ready to not pushing forward. Does find some damage there onto these villagers. We got now the warrior scouts and javelin throwers now pushing over here. Javelin throwers, of course, there's a good number here. There's what, 11? Yeah, 11 right there. They can hit against these Ghazi Raiders pretty hard. They do have 8 damage each, minus 2 previous armor, so that is potentially 66 damage per volley against Ghazi Raiders. That does hit them quite hard. Though it does manage to pick off a cow there that was exposed. One Ghazi Raider does go down to the javelin throwers. He may want to take time to collect up the cow carcass. Up north, we do have now the warrior scout receiving a bit of fire there. Of course, it's that cow carcass in a little bit bad position. It may not be, it may be worth it to pull out a mill just to collect it up. But now we've got the town center. It does take out a villager there. Blue does have less villagers than opponent, but it does have, of course, the, what's it called? Free collection. But that free collection is going to be dwarfed by the sacred sites now captured on up. You now have Compound Defender being put up at the early Sultanate. That's a little less, the less common one, isn't it? Not really familiar with the... Yeah, that allows your... I suppose not that less common. It allows your infantry units to deploy out stone defenses. And all stone... and their emplacements by 20%. And does not appear to decrease the cost of keeps. If we take a look before and after, the keep cost is right now 900. Maybe it does decrease it. Well, I guess we'll find out soon enough. For instance, 900, it'll likely say perhaps 800 afterwards. Contains defensive technologies that ignore building and age requirements. Now he can get the village fortress very early, allows him to use keeps as replacement town centers. Overall, it is slightly more. Oh no, it does decrease cost of keeps. It does actually make them a little bit cheaper than town centers, but have a sole stone cost, which is pros and cons. But stone is a little bit faster to collect up than wood due to the nature of the drop-off patterns. Trying to get the convert there. It's getting close. It was very close. We've got 3 Sofa here, 2 warrior scouts there trying to capture this sacred site. We've got a Grand Fulnori Corral that improve the food collection, food generation of those cows. Ghazi Raiders, now thinking about it, they do decent they do have a bit more bonus damage versus these warrior scouts. Warrior scouts have 16 damage, 155 health, while Ghazi Raiders have 12 damage plus 2, so 14 damage and 140 health. Additionally, they do have, Sofas do have a bit more hack armor as well. So overall, Sofas will win out. If you get a comparison of costs between the two, I suppose I can do that with the top bar. I keep forgetting that. Ghazi Raiders do cost 140 in total. I suppose the Sofas 180, so they're a bit more they are cost-effective engagement, but they will lose in one-on-one. Now we've got Castle Wage for the Warrior Scouts. And right now that's still Gazi Raiders, not veteran Gazi Raiders. Deadly Sultanate doesn't really have access to timing attacks due to the free research taking an insanely long time to research. Warrior Scout not falling back will spot all of these Lancers. Lancers, of course, don't require additional technologies there, so they're fully kitted out immediately. Blue needs to get out some Donzon. Donzos will, are, of course, an advanced advanced spear unit that does have one inherent hack armor and has a powerful javelin throw ability. Javelin throwers does get some good damage there. Lance is not charging forward. The Sopha's mainly in charge forward to just hold them back. Got more Sophas moving forward in the field. Molly composition just needs more. Donzo. Though it doesn't appear to have any spearmen, any barracks on fields. It's not possible at the moment. Javelin throwers now getting some good damage down to his archers. Trying to hit some of these villagers. Does have a total outpost here, being upgraded. Spring golden placement there. Looks like he's firing some arrows against some of these lancers. Not very good. Villagers trying to run around, avoid additional fire there. Blue is a bit low on villagers. Yellow's killed 12 villagers so far, which is actually an insane amount. Spring golden placement does get pulled on the field. The villagers still getting hit. They will eventually hit the wood line now. He does, of course, have good food generation from these cows, but she does have 17 cows in these corrals. Blue's lost a significant number of villagers, and soon Yellow will have access to use keeps as town centers. He may be on. It's not going to be stone at the moment, so he's not going to be eyeing for any of that usage at the moment. Of course, cows can be collected at a faster rate than farms, but they do, of course, have a bit of a cost up front. Sofa's getting overran. He does have veteran Sofa research, does not have the imported armor to give him +2/+2 armor. He still severely needs some Donzo. Trying to capture the Sacred Site once again, but that could be overwhelmed quickly. Imported armor now being researched. And right now, Yellow's playing out more crossbows, which will make Donzos even more effective. Having a couple jam throwers is always a good idea, because those crossbows be useful. The crossbows will do bonus damage to the Sofa as well. Overall, the Deadly Sultanate has a very powerful composition and very high quality composition. You can see down here, they does have like 50, not necessarily 50%, more like a 40% of value over his opponent. Up here, Sofa's still finding engagement there, but he's getting bitten by a Exotic Doggo. And the villagers will shank the Sofa. He doesn't have the imported armor. The imported armor would allow him to take. Wait, villagers have. Wait, Deadly Sultanate villagers have 13 attack? When did they have that? I did not realize they had 13 attack. That is actually quite absurd. I never knew about that about Deadly Sultanate villagers. Because see here, these villagers don't appear to have attack whatsoever. Must be a bug in the UI. Because most of the time villagers attacks like 6. You have some regular spearmen in one field, literally regular spearmen. There we go. Now they're hardened spearmen. It would take a bit of time for the veteran spearmen research. All 6 sites have been recaptured up as well. Of course, they will reset the 6 site counter, but it will maintain also excellent gold generation as well. We got, of course, looks like he does mix in some veteran Donzo. Very, very good. That'd be useful versus opponent's entire composition. Sure, crossbowmen can engage soft counter. They can hit Donzo at decent rate just because they do pack a punch, but they're slow rate of fire and knows bonus damage. Makes it so they can fight, but not actually are great against them. Binding Pet has been consumed. It will maintain the 96 gold per minute. Donzo's not firing away. The third javelin throws get some decent damage there. Good number of crossbows, but nothing to counter the Donzo at the moment. So Donzo, just getting more Donzo could be very useful. Sophos will advance forward, will not find that single Lancer there. They will see a nice volley of crossbows there, takes on another volley of crossbows there. Thanks to the Tower of Victory, these crossbows had actually really good rate of fire. Their base fire is like 1.12 per second, and now it's down to 1.79 or 8, which is actually, that's actually quite significant. It's quite a bit of a value there. Regular archers' base attack speed is 1.5, so they nearly hit almost as fast as regular archers. And their DPS overall at this point in time will be generally higher due to their higher just base damage. But the Donzos should still be decently effective. They don't have any much Pierce armor at the moment. They do have... Blue does have a good amount of Pierce attack. The javelin throwing, I wonder if that does get both buffed by the Pierce damage. If it does, that would be quite nice. Adds fire armor to tower as well as outpost 10. And fire armor is actually quite significant. It basically makes it almost immune to torch damage. Getting some hits there on these barracks. Barracks are slow and going down. Yellow has a larger force in the field as well as a very high quality force as well. But the spearmen are an excellent unit in this situation, and he does have a good number of them. Has a small number of archers as well. I wonder if he has poison arrows. He does not have poison arrows at the moment, but his opponent is playing a large number of spearmen, so they will be decent against them. So he has a good number of spearmen archer against opponent's composition that should be work decently well. A couple of javelin throws, so far it's not a good number of them, but they're not going to be useful in this situation. Veteran warrior scouts will probably be a bit better against the crossbows. It'll be hard to use them to get around those spearmen. Overall, Blue's composition is a bit more counter focused, which is good. But now we've got Blue has to engage, so that's a keep him on the front line. Got the spear now engaging. Donzos are inherently better than the regular spearmen. But Yellow has a larger force in the field and higher quality. The quality does make a difference when it comes to these Lancers. They can push a little bit higher against these spearmen. And Blue's is disintegrating. He simply does not have enough force. The free research has been very important there, giving a lot of good blacksmith research, while Blue is lacking hack damage and hack armor, which is allowing those Lancers to get, and Spearmen in particular, get a lot of good damage there. Not only they can punch more, they can take a bit more. Do not, the Yellows keep the ball in the field. Yellow needs to get out of Trebuchet if he can, but that's not likely possible. He's low in wood. While does not have Siege Workshop on the field either. Going for some more archer ranges there. He's trying to get a lot of his units building out. It does require wood, and these secret sites are providing Yellow an excellent amount of gold income. We do now have Blue. Well, it's not a lumber camp there, but it's in a bad position. Could be pushed down a little bit farther. Going for some defense palisade walls there. Trading some buildings for time. Can't make use of all this infrastructure. You saw some good food income to the cows and to the... Ooh, Maganel finds a massive hit there on the archers. As Maganel's probably going... Yep, that he cannot deal with the Maganel at the moment in time. He needs both for Trebuchet and Spring Golds, and he has neither. This is Angrid saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.